So let's go ahead and pull some major arcanas to see how that clarifies this energy. You're coming in with Judgment in reverse. Wow, and they're coming in with Death. So Judgment in reverse talks about things that were not fair, things that have happened that you have found out about, and it's really hurt your heart, hurt your soul. You're in an energy that you are trying to heal from whatever has just happened. And like I said, this can resonate with a family member, a co-worker, a relationship with yourself or spirits, or a significant other. So we're going to pull some more cards. But their rest and rejuvenation is talking about that they're taking time for themselves. They're transforming. They're moving forward. Something has happened that needed to happen and be brought to light. When the Death card comes in, this is kind of like a forced change or a forced issue that has to be dealt with. With that opportunity beckons, it's really showing me that this decision is not easy. If you notice in that card, his shoulders are a little slumped. His head is down. He's balancing on the railing. He's really pondering this decision. He's really pondering this new opportunity. He's weighing out his options in this area. I don't think that you're speaking your truth as clearly as you should with the Judgment in reverse about your broken heart, your disappointment. You still have that hope that it's going to work out okay. If you notice the heart in the palm of the hand on Share the Love, it also has a crack in it, but it's showing beautiful light through, which means no matter how you feel, how broken your heart is, there's still hope. There's still a chance for a new beginning as far as you're concerned. Material and spiritual prosperity. Notice that he has the same stance as this gentleman here. However, his head is up. He's looking forward. He's seeing the new beginnings. He's seeing things kind of transform to what his vision is. He's looking forward to the future. This person here has his head down and he's looking away from the future. He's contemplating. So you both have that disappointment card in each side of your energy. You come in with the broken heart and they're suffering in silence. So whatever is transforming, that is making you guys look at your opportunities in a different way. You still have the hope. However, there's deception and envy on your side, temptation on your side. What is going on with you guys? I feel that they do take a new step forward, passion ignited with the universe, partnerships and alliances. It's like they're being forced to move forward, whether they like it or not. Palace of Cups in the reverse. This is having an imbalance in your emotional area where your structure is. So this is hitting you in your stability. Now you have the Wheel and the Upright. New opportunities, cycles closing and new cycles beginning. We do have the full moon here on the 13th of October, guys. High Priestess in reverse. 9 of Coins in reverse. Queen of Coins in reverse. Wow, look at all this imbalance and unhappiness. 5 of Cups in reverse, moving on. Okay, so something was hidden, and it really rocked their world. 9 of Coins in reverse. That's the happy card. That is the fulfillment and wishes card. And this is where it stops. Okay. There is no fulfillment of wishes. Whatever transpires here with the High Priestess, which is hidden agendas, comes to light. And it's an imbalance in the home and family, which is represented with the Queen of Coins. And then we have the 5 of Cups. And that's, transition, moving on, accepting things for how they are. I feel that this energy on this side really tried to keep up with whatever was happening, even though that this transition was really hard on them. They had to make their choices. They had to step back a little bit because they did get hit really hard with this information. I feel that there was some deception on this energy here because of some unhappiness deep down inside. It was like, how do I explain this? It's like they hurt you first and you kind of forgave them and you gave them a second chance. And then because that didn't really heal, when you had the opportunity for to step aside, to step out, however it is, whether it's work or family, and you chose you over them, they were hurt by that. But you were stemming it from a past hurt, a past situation that you didn't really work through with the Judgment in reverse. You kind of held on to that energy. You held on to that pain. You didn't talk about it. You made it look like everything was okay. You were sharing the love. You were laughing and going out. But deep down inside, there was still that betrayal that you were hanging on to. And that's what needed to come out. That's why when you had that opportunity, the shadow side in reverse, this is breaking free of any fears. This is also the death card, guys, just so you know. So you have the death card 3 times in here. But this is breaking free of your fears. 5 of Wands is conflict, tension, betrayal, fighting. Ace of Swords talks about new beginnings, breaking through and breaking free. It's like at this time, there, you know, whatever this is clears the air. Wow, the Lovers, getting back into balance, finding a new way to heal and to reconnect with this energy. I'm going to do one more. No kidding. 2 of Cups, soulmate energies. So I think that whatever's going through the past that's being brought to light now is a chance for the 2 of you to heal whatever happened, you know, and really forgive this time and get it out on the table. Get that communication working. It's like if you had been betrayed by your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your husband, wife, whatever, and they did something, you're holding on to that resentment, even though you're pretending everything is okay for the sake of the family, for the sake of the relationship or your job. You're not saying anything, but then you do it to them. You hurt them somehow. You kind of betray them. And that's where you guys are able to open up the line of communication and be like, you know, this energy is very sorry for what they did in the past. You know, there's nothing they can do about it at this point because what's in the past is in the past. They thought, you know, or they were believing that this issue was put to rest, that it wasn't something that was still being held on to, or that someone said something out of turn, or someone, you know, went and did something behind someone else's back. That energy was still there. So when this energy had the opportunity to have a new beginning or step aside out of the loyalty to this energy, it was a little easier because you were doing it out of heartbreak because you weren't completely healed. And if you had been completely healed, then it wouldn't have been such a temptation. But because something was still hurting, something was still wrong, something was still broken, you were trying to work through that energy. But I believe that when this all comes to light, because you have the death card 3 times in here, and that's a transformation, that is bringing things to the table, that's working through a situation, finding a completion to it one way or another. This brings out a breakthrough for the 2 of you, that you're able to really release the pain and the hurt from the past and move forward and forgive each other and get back on the right path. Let's see, what card do we want? Now, we want to go ahead and pull a spirit message card for you guys. You're coming in with study, and it reads, Spirit has its own special way of letting you know that it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether that learning old things in a new way or learning something totally new. This is an opportunity to expand your mind. Yes, you're going to have a new relationship with this person. You're going to be able to go back in time and really get to the nitty-gritty of what the shadow side is representing in this relationship and bringing it into the light and putting it on the table so that it can be healed. Their spirit message is stay connected, and it reads, we are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from the connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. You know, this is where they're able to really forgive themselves for the things that they have done in the past. You know, sometimes when we do something wrong, we pull away from source, God, spirit, and, you know, we feel like we're judging ourselves very harshly and we're going to be judged by spirit. However, we have to understand that spirit doesn't judge us. We judge ourselves. And when we do forgive ourselves and work through that energy and finally put it to rest, we're able to connect with spirit again and we get back on our path. Again, another beautiful message for healing. I love this message. You know, it comes in with all these changes and heartbreak, but it comes out with healing, love, acceptance, and renewal of faith. For both of you, this is a new beginning. You know, if you had a falling out with a sibling for one reason or another, you know, I feel like you'll be able to work things out and talk things out. Movement. Yes, movement forward. This is amazing. Love this card. This is like the Chariot card in other decks. This is where you're moving away from the heartbreak and the energy. You're moving away from not being able to speak your mind and speak your truth, and, you know, really expose your emotions and let yourself be vulnerable for a little bit so you can do that healing and focus. They're really focused right now on what's going on. They're very into the moment. They're very fiery and passionate and have a vision as to what they want with this connection with you. They really want to reconnect with you on a better level and to put this to rest. This is not something that is coming like lightly. You know, they thought about this. They pondered this. They want to give you the apology. They want this healing with you very badly. All right, we have Archangel Raphael coming in as your angel message. And Raphael says, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. Beautiful card right there. Raphael is healing the situation. You are able to heal. You're able to give healing to this other energy as well and put this to rest. Love, love, love this energy right here. I'm going to put that down there. Their angel message today is Bethany, and it reads, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage or a sea salt bath, or even a pedicure. This just reminds me that they are taking care of themselves, body, mind, and spirit. They're cleansing out the old negative energies. They're bringing in the new beautiful energies. There's been some forgiveness and healing within themselves so that they can offer that healing in that forgiveness, in that apology to you, so you guys can come on the same page and heal and become the Two of Cups again. Become the lovers. You know, when the lovers and the Two of Cups come into me together with this Ace of Swords, this is a new beginning, breaking through. And it doesn't have to be a significant other with the Lover's card, although in a lot of cases it will resonate that way. But this is just reestablishing the balance that you guys had together for healing. This is a very special relationship, whether it's a coworker, relationship with self, a sibling, a parent, a family member, however that resonates with you. But this is someone or something very, very important to you that you reestablish the balance with. So this is beautiful. I love this energy for you guys.